Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about the short story Everything That Rises Must Converge, written by Flannery O'Connor. Now, before I go into summary analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. All right, Everything That Rises Must Converge. Very interesting work here. Many things are happening. Basically, you have this young man by the name of Julian. His mother has high blood pressure, and her doctor has ordered her to go to the YMCA to lose some weight. And this is an era in America where, black people and white people, there are some changes that are going on in the country. Desegregation is going on, and certain white people haven't gotten used to having black people in public spaces, such as Julian's mother. Julian's mother, she, her family owned plantations, they owned slaves. When she was a child, her family owned slaves, and so she's quite used to this. And she's proud of her son. Her son has finished college. He's done with college and he's selling typewriters. He's still dependent on her financially. And he's accompanying her to the YMCA for these classes. She doesn't want to take the bus alone because now black people can take the bus. And so she's a person that's not comfortable with desegregation. And within the short story, she has this purple and green hat that pretty much looks ugly. It's a terrible hat. And she thinks it's cool, it's special, but it's really not. And so the story goes on, and Julian is accompanying her to the YMCA, and the mother has all these types of remarks that are racist, that says a lot about white people. She would like the bus to just be for white people. She likes the way that things were in the past. And basically, the story goes on. Julian wants to teach her mother a lesson because he wants to show her that she can't be a racist anymore. She has to accept these new ways, and she doesn't want to accept these new ways. When a well-dressed black man gets on the bus, Julian sits next to him, tries to start a conversation with him, but he can't. Then a black lady with her son gets on the bus. Um, you know, a black woman, a big black woman. She's a very large woman that gets on the bus with her son, and the son sits next to the mother, to Julian's mother, and the black mother sits next to Julian, and the black boy's name is Carver, and basically it's like they swap sons. So the black lady's son sit next to Julian's mother, and the black mother sits next to Julian. They all exit the bus together, and Julian's mother wants to give the boy a penny. And when she goes to give the boy the penny, the black mother hits her and she falls down. She gets back up and she falls down again, and then she probably has either a heart attack or a stroke. And the story leaves us with Julian running around frantic, asking for help, and his mother's pretty much dying. So there's a lot of things happening on with this short story in terms of analysis and deeper meaning. Um, you have this new world that's setting in. Black people are taking the bus, they're going to work, they are starting to get their own rights. And Julian's mother, she's from the past, and she kind of would like things to stay how they were. But the world is changing, and Julian, he's young, he understands this, he wants his mother to get this, but the mother won't get this. The story has a lot of layers to it. The fact that the black woman was wearing the same hat that Julian's mother was wearing, the purple and green hat. They both were wearing the same hat, and this is not good because Julian's mother believes that there's certain things that should be reserved for white people or for people of her kind. She's very proud of her race, very proud of who she is, and it's a lot to go through. It's definitely a lot to go through. Um, so there's so many layers to it. The white and black people mixing with each other. Um, White and black people mixing with each other. The changing times, the way that Julian treats his mother, the way that the mother treats him. The mother does care about Julian, but Julian, he's a scholar. He's from college. He has different views about the world. He sees the world differently, and he wants his mother to see it that way. But the mother is stuck in her old ways, and the times are changing. Julian wants to, be equals with, or somewhat he understands black people, or he wants to live in a world where black people are accepted, and the mother does not. She tries to give the boy a penny, and she felt that she was superior by giving the boy a penny, but the mother sees this as an insult and hits her, and she falls down, and then she either has a stroke or a heart attack. So this sets up a lot of things within this short story. Is Julian going to change his mind about black people after potentially the black woman's hit could have killed his mother? Is he going to change his mind about that? How does this affect Julian? Because we know that Julian was financially dependent on the mother. Is he now in a world where financially he's by himself? So all of that has to be taken into account. And also the hat, the hat plays a big role. The mother thought the hat was special, the purple and green hat. But is the hat special really? There's all these things that are going through the short story that hold a lot of water, a lot of weight to them. And it says a lot about the time, Julian, the mother, and the everybody on the bus. The bus is a great stage to see how America was changing at the time and what different things mean. I mean, if it was during the time of slavery, a penny would mean a lot to a slave, but now since there's no slavery, it's an insult. Julian's mother, she used to live on a plantation. She used to have black servants and black people to tend to her, but now she doesn't. And to go from seeing, when you're a child, seeing black people as your slaves, as property, to now trying to understand that they're your equals, that they're human beings. It's a world that's hard for Julian's mother to understand and try to adapt to. So there's definitely racism. At the same time, when you come from the idea your whole life, people telling you you're better than black people, like in Julian's mother's case, her whole life people have been telling her that she's better than black people, that your family owned slaves and everything, and now her son is telling her, oh, that time is gone, now it's a different time, now they're just people like you and I. And it's hard for Julian's mother to accept this. But then the way that she could have probably died at the end of the short story is alarming. The black mother would be responsible for this death. Does this change Julian? Does this change his views? What does this say about the time? So there's a lot that there has to be factored within here in terms of the analysis of this work. Ultimately, it's a very striking story. A very says a lot about the time, the shift between an America where there's slaves and the shift where there's no slaves. So there's a lot that's happening here. There's a lot that's taking place here. And ultimately, the story ends in a very scary place. But very fascinating. That's all I had to say about it. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video.